What's going on, my people? It's your boy Uche again. Today's video might get me canceled, okay? But please give me benefit of a doubt. Be patient and listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to a lot of y'all lack emotional intelligence, but I promise you, man. Please evoke the spirit of emotional intelligence and listen to my words, okay? And more than likely, you would see the point of what I'm about to say. Let's talk about DEI. I'm not really plugged in with American news or the news in general. This is just a thing with me. Okay, like I clocked out from this word a long time ago. Anything that has to do with politics, government, the news, all that shit is noise to me. Okay, and for my own physical, mental, and spiritual health, I just unplug. Okay, so but if I hear it, I see it, even though I'm not plugged in, it tells me that it's a big deal. So I'm seeing, things about DEI being plastered all over my timeline, FYP page. I think apparently, please correct me if I'm wrong. Apparently, Donald Trump is trying to roll back DEI. And for people who don't know anything about DEI, I think it's called diversity, equity, inclusion, something like that, where companies hire people, of other races, ethnicities, nationalities, skin colors, and sexual orientation probably is even included in there to make it more diverse. This is more like an American thing. I don't know if other countries, first world countries practice this, okay? And a lot of people are up in arms. Feel a type of way about it, and I understand. I truly do understand why a lot of people, especially colored people, black and brown people, feel a type of way about Donald Trump rolling back DEI. But hear me out. Hear me out. I understand why Donald Trump is doing it. Okay? And this is because I look at them from a different, neutral perspective. I have my own opinions, I have my own perspective, but I have the ability as an empath, as an emotional intelligent person, to look at everything from a neutral perspective. Think about it. There are so many white people in America who are very well qualified for jobs, but they're being passed up just because of their skin color. And this is just not fair to them, okay? White people are still majority in America, whether you like it or not. I don't know how many they are, maybe like 50 or 60% or 70%. I don't know, but they're the vast majority. That number is dwindling over time, but that's another conversation. But as of right now, Caucasian white people, Eurocentric or European Caucasian, people are still the majority. So you're more likely in a job, in a company, right? More likely to find a white person who is well qualified for the job, whether it's a white man or a white woman who is well qualified for the job. And they're constantly being passed up, even though they have the qualification or even way more qualified. They're constantly being passed up for a black or a brown person, and sometimes even an Asian person. And that just hurts. It hurts the white person. I know a lot of colored people, black and brown people, don't like to think about that because, yeah, because of history. Yeah, I think it's time for white people to suffer a little bit. But put yourself in this situation. It hurts. It's just very insulting to them, especially considering that America is a country that their ancestors created for them. Like, let's just keep it real, chat. Everybody else is an addendum. It's just the way it is. White people were the reason why, especially white men were the reason why America was created. Let's just keep it real. Everybody else was eventually added to the list, but that's the reason why they were created. That's the reason why the country was created. And having that promise that their ancestors gave them dwindle away, be taken away, it has to hurt, okay? Now, part of the issue with this DEI hire thing that I noticed when I worked in corporate America is a lot of people who have power in these places are still white folks, whether it's white men or white women, they're still white, white. A lot of times when they are hiring black and brown people, but especially black people, they don't hire the brightest. Let's just keep it all the way fucking real. They do not hire the brightest black people. They hire the dumbass black folks, point blank, period. And I believe the reason why they do it is because those dumb black people are easier to control. And if you hire a black person who is smart, someone like me, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just keeping it all the way real. You can disagree all you want, kick rocks. If you hire somebody like me who sees through bullshit, that becomes a threat to their power, the white supremacist power. So therefore, in order for them to maintain the power, they hire black and brown people who are not the brightest in the bunch. A black and brown person who is so glad to be on the table without realizing that you're the clown on the table. Those are the kind of black folks and brown people that they like to use. They like to hire. Also, black people who are very malleable, who are easy. They use those black people to target other black people. The house N words, I want to be careful, Chad. You know, like the ones that the massa likes to use against the cotton picking N words, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Unless you don't know what I'm talking about, this is not your channel. Get out. So that's the issue, okay? And that creates a problem in productivity. Not only is it insulting to a lot of white folks who are well overqualified for the job, it is also slowing down the process of productivity because you are hiring people just based on skin color alone, based on race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation alone, and not based on qualification alone. And both of these people suffer. Both the black people and the brown and colored people, everybody suffers. The issue is not DEI, okay? The issue is the system itself. The system, the capitalistic system is the problem, point blank, period. Everything in America needs to be revamped, okay? And it's coming, Chad. It's coming. Y'all better get ready. But the system of America, and I'm sure that these systems initially were not necessarily intentionally bad per se, but the issue is that, like the Bible said, anything not rooted in Christ or in God or in love, because God is love and Christ is love, anything not rooted in love will inevitably fail. A lot of things in America were not rooted in love. America is a marketplace. It was intentionally created to be a capitalistic nation, superpower. This is why I call America white supremacist golden child. Okay, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about that, chat. But a lot of things, a lot of systems in America, even though initially whoever came up with those systems initially could have had the best of intention. However, because the systems in America are rooted in money, not God, but money, because money is a love language in this world. That's why America's GDP, I think, is still the highest right now. I don't know, Chad. I don't watch the news. That becomes a problem. This is why they say money is the root of the love of money is the root of all evil. And also the Bible said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of the needle than for a camel to make it to heaven. That's the issue. The capitalistic system is the issue. Right? If you're black, if you're white, man or woman, gay, straight, immigrant or not, Asian, Latino, whatever the situation is, if you feel miserable, whether because of the DEI or not the DEI, whatever the situation is, what's killing you is capitalism. That's the problem. Okay, now I don't blame Donald Trump for doing the DEI thing. I don't blame him because Donald Trump is a capitalistic person. He's a capitalist. That's who he is. That is what has birthed him. White supremacy, capitalism, patriarchy, heteronormativity has birthed him. That is who he is. And as a capitalist who is a product of a capitalistic nation, he's just going to do what he knows what to do. He's just going to do what he knows best to do. And the people who are supporting him are people who are capitalists. And you don't have to be white. There are non-white people who are supporting Donald Trump because those people are capitalists too. Okay? There's a lot of capitalistic black folks. There's a lot of capitalistic Asian, Latino people. Those are the people who are supporting Donald Trump. Okay? Capitalism can definitely work for you, but you have to be intelligent enough to know what capitalism is and how to play the game. It's all in the mind. Okay? Once again, if you are in America, if you are, whether you're white, black, whatever the situation is, and you find yourself miserable because of this DEI or non-DEI, whatever the situation is, the problem is capitalism. The capitalistic system in America is killing you. That's the problem, okay? This is how capitalism works, by the way. Divide and conquer, but that's a whole nother conversation before this start. Uncle Sam comes to my ass, chat. If you know, you know. Uche, peace and love.